Greetings and salutations. It's your boy D.Boom for LLE.Ascension, aka LLE Astrology, aka LLE Tarot, and I'm back once again for this week's new energy. This is not a karmic situation, but I'm sure karmics might show up. You might show up, his family might show up. I'm gonna just make this a divine masculine situation, no karmic, just divine masculine situation, just like I did it for the feminine last week. See what we can get into over here. All right, so this is for June 24th to July 1st. Once again, divine masculines situation, and like I said, I'm gonna just go straight to it. See what we got here. Just taking a break from personal readings. Gonna get back to doing personal readings. So if you haven't heard from me, you will be hearing from me pretty soon. Like I said, just really getting down to the nitty gritty for this week. Just putting a big dent in these readings, so I can kind of get the stage 2 of the $25 readings, so I can start getting to the new content. So I can start getting to and astrology videos are going to be part of new content too. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely going to be astrology videos, but it's definitely going to be what I'm gonna call ascension segments. So I said I was going to bring this book out. Let me bring it out real quick. Uno momento. Hold on. Keep 2 books on deck, always, because I mean I cannot have this book without, you know, the big book. You know, this is the big book. This is a big book compared to the big book, but this is the big book. You know, if you don't have this in your house, if you don't have this, this is the sword right here. I mean, this, you know, this is what I used to protect me before crystals. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Like, besides the verbiage, like I just look like this. Like I say, it's my true purpose to really be a preacher. And I'm really preaching to y'all. That's all I'm really doing. That's why I had to throw on this shirt. Because it's kind of got like the preacher hat on, but I'm trying to keep it Trillville Holyfield with the hat. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep it Keith Urban in this bit. Just to let y'all know, I'm not playing. Like, this is the sword. You cannot understand nothing in this book, okay, until you at least grasp the basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's all this Bible is. It's 2 slices of an 8-slice pizza, as you see. 2 slices of an 8-slice pizza. Okay? This holds more weight, excuse me. This holds more weight than this off top, but at the same time, this holds more knowledge. This holds more understanding. Feel what I'm saying? See, in this book, this gives you a blow-by-blow of Jesus Christ from the time he was born to the time he died. It gives you, every chapter is a year of his life. Bible, it's a little brief. When they talk about Jesus, he's important and all, but he ain't really in this Bible that long. Keeping it true about Holyfield. The true story. Adam and Eve. Feel what I'm saying? Everything you need to know. I'm going to hold this close so you can just get a general look at it. This is everything you need to know. And like I say, I don't mess with nothing that ain't got the Trinity in it. If it ain't Christ consciousness, G, I cannot deal with it. This gives you the whole life of Jesus Christ. Matter of fact, if Jesus went on his book, I would have picked it up. 2 slices of an 8-slice pizza. 2 slices is important. I mean, it's going to keep you fed. It's going to keep you alive when God come or we go to the next world or however it's going to be. This is just going to keep us spiritually fed. Think of that. It's like rations. You're not going to get full off this, you know. And then look at it. You're going every Sunday to get taught about 2 slices of an 8-slice pizza. So it's like you're literally going by the droves to get spoon-fed when in reality, you can be at your crib eating the word good, eating good. You see me, baby. Eating good over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm at least at like 6 going on 7 slices. Even if I have all the slices, I'm still not going to understand. I'll be physically full, but I can never eat. Everlasting eating this. I'll be everlasting full. Full everlasting. You know what I'm saying? So, 2 slices of an 8-slice pizza. It's going to keep you fed. It's going to keep you nourished. It's going to keep you alive till God gets here. Being alive is cool. Having rations, you know, it's okay, but eat. Get fed. You know what I'm saying? Eat up. You know what I'm talking about? Eat up. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is power, G. This is the only difference between me and regular people. Church people want to argue. Well, what do you know? I got the Bible in my house. I read this all day. I've read this book back and forth plenty of times. Plenty of times. It's people that's been in church their whole life ain't never read this little book front to back, but yet I'm out here digesting. I'm talking about big business. You know what I'm saying? That's all this is. But you cannot have this in your house without having this in your house. You be tweaking. This the peanut butter, this the jelly. And they go together. Bread to be how you put it together. It's your flavor. How you want to sprinkle this is how you want to sprinkle it. Urantia rant book over. Urantia book rant over. Sorry about that. But I'm going to get more in depth. This is the blueprint. If you can find this book, it took me years to find this book. If you can find this book, get it. They got audio books on YouTube. They have actual books at stores. Just get it. If you're not getting celestial knowledge, if you're not getting more than 2 slices of an 8-slice pizza, you're tweaking out here. 2 slices of an 8-slice pizza, 4 to 6 slices. It's a big difference. Big difference. Jump them out. So this is gonna be the rubric. When I start doing, new content, this is gonna be the rubric. Not everything is gonna come out of this, because it's gonna come out of here too. Feel me? Quran to Kabbalah, Torah. I get busy. So right over with, let me get straight to this meat. Let me get straight to this reading. You feel me? Divine masculine situation. And I'm going to do something new, like the juke slide too. I'm going to do the masculine, right? I'm going to do it like I would do a twin flame reading, but I'm going to do a infinity read for this one, which is 4 subcategories and 1 main energy that basically dictates the subcategories. And it's going to be a spread as if it's with the divine masculine and another person. But this other category, I'm going to just leave as miscellaneous and see what happens. So the divine masculine role is going to be on the right side. I'm going to do what he's got in his life on the left side, which would be the first thing I talk about. And you'll see. You'll see how this is going to roll. So just picking the cards out. It's going to be an infinity read. Divine masculine situation. Reading starts in 8 minutes. I apologize, but 8 minutes. So let's do the madness that this masculine is engulfed in right now. We're gonna look at his madness first, and then we're gonna look at him personally. Do shit. So as far as his madness, overall energy, he's on the fence. Pussyfooting. Can't make up his mind. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Don't know how you want to come at the situation. Don't know how you want to come at you. Don't know how you want to come at this. Don't want to know how he's coming at the people that's in his life. That's got to be with him while he deals with this. He's just in disarray. Inside of sub-energies, he's got a big-ass decision to make, and he's going to have to nut up and man up, get some fucking strength to really make something happen. And what he has to make happen is this 10 of swords. He has to end something he's got in his life that's keeping him away from his twin. He has to end something that's just in the way. He's not progressing in his current situation. He's going to have to end something in his current situation. And in order to end this, he's going to have to get some fucking nuts. He's going to have to man up, ball up, and get with it. Because also what's in here is the Ace of Wands, which is action. Big ass passion. He's got to be passionate about making this decision. He's got to be passionate about making a big ass decision about ending something. Because whatever he has to end is in the way of this right here, sauciness right here. But this is sauce, but this is really nostalgia. This is a good memory. This is like a muse, someone that inspires you, someone that has your heart. This is like thinking of someone. Like the only person in the world that you would rather be with at this present moment right now. A person that you think about that makes you smile. A person that you think about and you just cannot stop acting goofy. They make you act like a child. They make you act like a teenager. They make you act like a way that no one else does. That's this energy, which is lighting up his life. But in the midst of this energy, surrounding him is indecision, not having the courage to do things, to go for his, pussyfooting around on good opportunities. Instead of taking advantage of opportunities, he's pussyfooting around because he can't let go of that comfort zone. He's in a comfort zone that he can't let go of. Until he lets go of his comfort zone, he's never going to get to where he needs to be, and that's point blank, period. So, as far as the divine masculine himself, he's in a good space overall because he's found his divine feminine. Check. Now he's got to get busy. First thing he needs to do is man the fuck up. Man up on himself. Man up on life. Man up on the choices and decisions that he made when he was a juvenile that he has to deal with. It's kind of like school loans, you know what I'm saying? You graduated and, you know what I mean, you got your piece of paper and you rolling out trying to make a life for yourself, but in the midst of trying to make a life for yourself, you're getting bombarded and deboed by creditors who coming at you like you ain't a law-abiding, educated citizen. Like you trying to finesse the system when really you're going in the system to get what you need. Manning up. He's got to man up. It's like finally picking up the phone call to them school debt people and working with them. Just working out something instead of just dodging them. You've been a problem he's been dodging for a long time. Now it's time for him to get with it, or it's like he's gonna have to answer that call. If he can't answer that call is gonna get thrusted on him, and it looks like that call is gonna get thrusted on him. Judgment Day, a little bit of a tower moment. God is gonna come and intervene and really let him know who's in control and who's not in control, what is and what ain't around here. God is gonna intervene. Karma is gonna smack him. Then he's gonna see that he's been in an uphill battle this whole time. It's like he thinks he's been making progress throwing this rock at this brick wall, but in reality, he's throwing a rock at a brick wall, so he's not accomplishing jack. Like I say, the only way you can destroy a system is if you get inside the system and blow it from within. But either way, you got to assimilate into the system. He's outside the system. He cannot assimilate into the situation. And if he really knew the only way he can really alleviate this twin flame situation is to come on in. Come on in the situation. The best way to get out of a twin flame situation is to come into the situation, acknowledge it, see if you want it or not, and step the fuck off. But doing all the shit you want to do from the outside looking in, trying to understand this shit from the outside looking in, thinking for your feminine from the outside looking in, that's just like throwing a rock at a brick wall. It's just not going to go. It's not going to fly. It ain't what it is. Get real. Because at the end of the day, he's in a box. Karmic box. And he needs to get out. He's in a box and he needs to get out. This is the equivalent of like crabs in a bucket. You both are crabs, but you're different. I said this in a reading. Shouts out to my cancer, to my crabbies, my Krabby Patties. Because that's why I'm going to give you this example. It's like y'all two crabs in a bucket. But you're not a regular crab, feminine, you're a king crab. It's just he can't see how big you are because you're surrounded by hella crabs. You're not even the same color as every crab in there. Every crab in there is like gray. You know, but you're like albino white with red eyes. You know what I mean? And blue streaks all across you. You look beautiful. You look different. It's just that this masculine who's a crab can't see you because you look like another crab. Just imagine a big-ass bucket full of crabs. If you threw a crab at the bottom, I'm pretty sure you won't even see. Like if a crab that was albino, red eyes, and blue stripes on him, by the time you come back from throwing that crab in there, I'm sure you wouldn't recognize that crab from everybody else's, given the dirt, given the mud, the water, the grime. You wouldn't stick your hand in that motherfucker anyway. It ain't like you sticking your head in there trying to figure out which crab is which. But let's just say in this bikini bottom ass crab bucket that within all these crabs, your masculine sees one particular crab climbing out the bucket. And that's you. And then it's like the higher you get up, the clearer he can see you because there's no other crabs in front of you. Then it's like the person who sees the crab trying to escape, they're throwing water on the crab, trying to fuck with the crab to get the crab out the bucket. And it's like they're throwing water on the crab to really, you know, pull it down, push it back into the crab bucket. But in reality, they're throwing water on the the crab, and it's just washing the dirt and the crud away from the crab, and the crab that's looking at this crab escape is starting to see her true colors, starting to see who she really is. She's beautiful. She's a crab he's never seen before. And she's pretty big and strong because he never really got to look at her size. And it's an inspiration to see this crab climbing out the bucket because he wants to do the shit too. But it's a crab climbing out a bucket with a shitload of crabs. So this is a tough-ass feminine crab because she's pushing other crabs who are trying to pull her down. She's not having none of that shit. She gets to the top, looks at the crab looking at her, smiles, and steps the fuck on. Now, at the end of the day, this crab, who's very inspired by what just happened, he needs to get his ass to that female crab. Number one, that's the female motherfucking crab. And she's on land now. They're not in this bucket. But he's never been on land before. He doesn't know what to expect up there. He doesn't know who's waiting for him up there. But at the same time, it's a female up there. And if she can make it up there, how the fuck he can't? If she can maintain, how the fuck he can't? And if he can get his ass up there, he can mate with that. And he'll be the first person to mate with that. Then they can walk so far away from that crab bucket. I mean, they can build their own little enterprise, their own little kingdom. Outside of the water, outside of that bucket, outside of everyone else. You climb out that bucket, which inspired him to do it. That's why it's all good, because you're the one he wants, because you're the only person he's ever seen do what you do. Divine Feminine, that's the message to you. So, overall energy of this message, 8 of Cups. Bottom line energy of this message, 3 of Cups. So, 8 plus 3 is 11. This is just how I take it. Divine Feminine. You're Patty LaBelle card. You're by yourself, but you're keeping it classy. You're keeping it classy because you're out that bucket and on land. This is a new environment, new people. You're not eager to meet strangers. You're not eager to fall in love with new crabs that's you never even heard about. You don't even know what these land crabs look like or what they're about. In reality, you're waiting on your masculine who was in this crab bucket to get out, but it's not like you're sitting at the motherfucking bucket waiting for him to get out because you got shit to do. And you're doing shit, it's just you're doing shit dolo, solo, but with someone else in heart who you hope to be doing this solo shit with. That's what dolo is. But anyway, this masculine, he's in the bucket in this karmic situation. He's, like I said, preoccupied. He's trying to get where you at, or at least get on one accord with you, or at least get in the same mind state you were in when you left that crab bucket. But it's something in the way. This is the equivalent of crabs pulling him down every time he tries to get out the bucket. This is the equivalent of every time he gets his mind together to get out that bucket, his family or his friends or his people is telling him to stay in his bucket. Or every time he gets him get up and go to get up out the bucket, he gets a little lazy and out of touch of reality to where this bucket seems to preoccupy his mind, time, and resources once again. Either way, he needs to get where you at. 8 plus 3 is 11. Soon he gets out of this crab bucket to the real world where you at. You don't have to be alone again, and he don't have to be held back. It's a win-win demo, in my opinion. Clarification time. Also, what you gotta understand, as far as this whole twin flame demo, especially in regards to this masculine, it's like he has to bump his head. Imagine, like I say it all the time. When people talk to me, it's like, man, you have no idea. You know, I cannot talk about this with anyone. I'm like, I understand because I know exactly how that feels. We're divines, and it's hard for us to talk to people in regards to this twin flame situation. It's hard to find the people to relate for us when we're just paying people to talk to us about it, or we're like analyzing it and figuring out ourselves. Think about all the time, the energy, the emotions. You know, when you see a resonating video that hits hard to where you cry and shit, those nights where you're going to sleep, really thinking about the overall message of a message, really pondering, is the divine masculine thinking in the same manner that you're thinking? Is he even going through it like you're going through it? Is it even the same case? Are the feelings even mutual? It's yes on all cases. What you got to understand is that this divine masculine, he's divine, but he's not evolved like you. So he's not going to come at this shit the way you're going to come at it. He's not going to approach any of this the way you're going to approach it. If you look at a video and cry because it resonates you, he's going to look at a video and cry because he's mad that he's even crying over this shit. He's just gonna take it a whole different way. Like I said, you guys are the same reflection, just a different view. It's like looking in the mirror together. I say it all the time. Your right hand is waving. Ring is on my right hand. It's waving in my right hand, looking in the mirror, but the mirror looking back at me is on my left hand. Same action, it's just a different hand. This hat is cocked to the right now. Inverted is cocked to the left. Same shit, just different. It's gonna come out different. Just like it's viewed different, it's gonna come out different. Clarification time. Clarifying overall energy with this Pay the Bill card, we got the Seven of Pentacles. So like I say, in the process of rebuilding, you got to stay classy and divine at all times. Once again, you left that crab in a bucket, divine feminine. Now you're on land. It's land crabs out here, land enemies out here. You knew who your enemies was in the sea. You knew who your frenemies was in the sea. You knew what shit was like in the sea, but you're not on sea. You're on land now. You're in a whole new situation. So you got to be alert at all times because you do not want to fall victim to these new predators, to these new karmics, to these new assholes. That's why you need to stay dolo and wait for your masculine out here. As far as the masculine, he needs to nut up, get up out this little, because like he's in the crab bucket by himself. He's just not keeping it classy. He's really a hermit in that bucket. He's a Five of Cups. But in reality, he is the Eight of Cups. He just need to keep it classy. But the only way he can keep it classy is outside that crab bucket. So deep down, he knows he got to get the fuck out that crab bucket. His plan is to get the fuck out that crab bucket on land. And while on land, the Divine Feminine's plan is to stay away from these land animals and stay close to what she knows. Till her masculine gets there. Because bottom line, it's like, until this gets out the way, you can never assume your position, masculine. Until you get rid of this cup, till you get on the same plan, same game plan as Divine Feminine, you cannot assume your role. You can assume your role outside this bucket, but you can never assume your role inside this crab bucket. You will never assume your role inside this crab bucket. Ever. Never. So, as far as what's going on around this masculine, like I said, he's got a good thing going on as far as this saucy ass feminine. Even if he's not meant to be with her, he's got a lot to learn from her. Even if it was for him meant for him to be with him, he need to be with her to save his damn self from himself. And you saving yourself from yourself. So as you help him, you help him, help you, help him, help you, help him, help you. That's y'all dynamic. That's the saucy part of that shit too. He's going to have to put an end to that bullshit and take this L. Like I say, he's going to have to go through the dark night of the soul. He doesn't want to, but he's going to have to. So he's going to have to swallow his pride and take that lesson. Not a loss. Take it as a lesson. The sooner he take that lesson, the sooner he can get to where he has to get to. Yeah, it's going to hurt. He's going to be stressed out. He's going to lose sleep. He's going to lose weight. He's going to lose his hair. He's going to lose his mind because of this shit. But at the end of the day, as long as he keep that spark, I take this Ace of Wands as that spark, that divine spark, that awakening, A for awakening, that awareness that he's acquired, A acquired. As long as he acquires that awareness or has that awareness acquired, he'll be all right. In fact, once he's acquired all that, he'll get, here's another ace, Ace of Swords, he'll get the power. He'll have the power to engage you in the manner he needs to engage you, to step up to your level, to ascend to your level, to get on your level and get off this level he's on, which is a low level and not a high level where you are, feminine. Like I say, this could be people, the church, this his job, his school, his pastor, his wife, you know, whatever, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever this is like a huge obstacle for him to overcome. It could literally be a whole situation physically. It could literally be just the ideology of a freaking grandmother, mother, or auntie or some shit like that. Really pleasing them to the self-righteous 10th degree. Which is petty thinking about it, but like I said, you really don't know the effect other people have on you, and you really don't know how things roll. So, all in all, like I say, he's still got some rebuilding to do. He's still got some replanning to do, reorganization to do upon himself. But once it gets done, he'll be in the exact space where he needs to be. Because at the end of the day, like I say, once he hops off that fence, once he stop pussyfooting around, he can go on, Romeo can go on and take his ass to Juliet, man. Which is what he wants to do anyway. So, in regards to himself, Divine Masculine, he's got to man up. Man up and get off that juvenile shit. That little kid shit. He's manning up, I'm telling you. He's in the process of manning up, and that's something that he has to do. Because if he doesn't do it, next time God come around for Judgment Day, he's going to separate you to himself. Not cut you guys' divine umbilical cord, but like I say, God's going to put him in a space away from you. Whether by some of his own doing, or he's just going to give you an aha moment for you to just step far away from this joke, this jack, this joke. Because he's dealing with all kind of conflict. He's dealing with uphill battles. He's dealing with back and forth shit. I just take it as his family. His family, his karmics, his situation, his job, his personal circumstance. All this shit is weighing down on him. It's beating his ass. He's just like, it's like life took his ass, dragged him in the dark alley, and beat the shit out of him. To where he's like a scared dog. Anybody that comes near him, he's scared of them. He doesn't know how to react to love anymore. He doesn't know how to react to shit. He's been beaten beyond recognition. Life is really putting its foot in his ass right now. But that's part of the game. And that's the part of the game he's going through. But like I say, this shit is only temporary. He's going through it. You feel me? This dark night of the soul is just a half of it. He's going through it. But it's part of this game he chose to play. This is what he asked for. What you think about, you bring about. You permit, you promote. What you promote, you permit. You permitted some shit, I promote some shit. And now, since you permitted it, you got to deal with it. And that's what he's dealing with. Whatever it was, he permitted. But overall, in the end, he's all good. And like I said, once he gets done what he needs to get done with, he can finally get on his lover's card with his divine feminine. Once again, soon he removes that cup that's in the way, and y'all two can get on one accord, you can finally get out that crab bucket and get on land and be with your feminine who's waiting on you. Not sitting outside waiting on you to get out that thing, but she'll meet you, she'll catch you. You'll find the same route. And I'm going to just put it like this. Even if he does get out that crab bucket, clap, clap, bravo, he still got to find you. He's been living in the water his whole life. He doesn't know what tracks are. He probably does. Smells. Like I say, new enemies, new turf. He doesn't, you don't know how he's going to handle this new life. And he's not going to handle this new life. He's not going to survive like you've been surviving. So it might be difficult, or he might be a natural. Either way, or maybe he's been on land before. And finna on his way to help you, protect you from yourself, because you think you know how being on land rolls when he be on land all the time. However this goes. This is what it's about. He just wants to get to where you are. He just got to get there. It's a lot more he's going through. A lot more he has on his plate. A lot more he's really revealing. A lot more he's analyzing. A lot more he's starting to understand. But at the end of the day, he's getting it. So what does the universe want to let the divine masculine know? Focus on the union. Focus on the union. I take it as this, and I'm going to wrap this up. Universe is telling him, focus on the union. You see how all your relationships are, how they've always been. What relationship or what person have you been involved with that's been so different that it's put you in a position to where you have to question yourself in life in general? Okay, that person, okay. Where is that person in your life right now? That's what the universe is asking him. It's like, out of everybody you got in your life, who's affecting you the best? Okay, then he says you. All right, so where is this person, you, in your life? Why aren't they around you? If they influence you so much, why aren't they around you? If you love them so much, why aren't you with them? That's what the universe is kind of knocking in his head. It's like it's a contradiction, right? You can't possibly love this person if you're not engaged or involved or dealing with this person in the manner that you're dealing with this person. If you're gonna be in this, you gotta be all in. He's been hearing this whole twin flame shit for a while now. And I always said eventually his ass is gonna kick in. And he is, and he will. Whether you want to let him know in the fourth or fifth dimension, I'm gonna say this and keep it moving. Your dream come true. Once again, I found my twin. Check. Now it's time for me to get busy. Why I'm asking. It's time for you to get busy. Point blank. Period. That's my message. Stay tuned. Holla at your boy.